We went out and spoke to some of the young people of Melbourne to get their comments on the result, the $20,000 fine and the 4-week suspension that Spider Everitt imposed on himself.
Oh, well, racism definitely puts on a bad influence for younger people, I reckon. But, yeah, I just reckon there's no place for it. Pretty good example, suspending himself.
I thought that was really brave of him. I thought that was pretty good of him to do that himself, without having to, yeah.
I don't think that any amount of money is good enough just to say sorry for something. Like, giving someone, like, tons of money isn't, like, going to say, I'm sorry for calling you a thing. He should have just, yeah, I reckon he should have got a bigger penalty for it.
The example he's given is that what he did was unacceptable, and it shouldn't be done by giving himself a suspension.
Well, I've got to tell you, I'm enthused by that, because I think that, that out of what is probably one of the darkest weeks of football, that really we've finished on a very positive note, and that to me is important. Not just what happens on the football field, but that the kids out there have picked up on this and they're very positive about it. And so I'd like to think that it really is almost a bit of a watershed.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing on that. You go back to '93 with Nicky Winmar, now come back to now with Scotty Chisholm and Peter Everitt, and you listen to Talkback Radio and you read the letters to the editor. They haven't changed. The arguments that haven't changed. That the same people making the same errors, but that's the key, is the education of our kids.
Yes.
And that's what Everitt did. He put his hand up and said to these children, what I did was wrong. I'm a big, mean guy and I do lots of silly things, but this one was wrong. Learn from it. I think that's so important. So important.
Yeah, and can I add to this? I mean, Peter Everitt is a cult hero. He's not just an ordinary footballer. Yeah. I mean, he is the Spider, and for him to come and say that, I'm very thrilled for him. I was very disappointed in what he did in the lead-up, but he's come away, I think, is a man.